Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys been well. I took a break and so now we're back, and we are going to work on the lining on our wallets. And as I said before, I'm gonna share with you guys how I decide to include some Sashiko stitching inside my wallet. So first off, we're gonna need your lining fabric and cut it 8 by 12. It gives me enough seam allowances for when I sew the wallet. Okay, and the wallet would end up measuring 7 inches by 4, I believe. Yeah, so 7 by 4. I'm gonna take my ruler and just mark 1/2 inch on each side. That's gonna be my seam allowance. So my plait is 3.5 inches. So from our top, we're gonna measure 3.5 inches. That's the only area up here, that 3.5, that I want to add the design. Okay, so that's done for now. And now we need to decide what the pattern that I'm gonna use this pattern. I don't know what it's called. I'll look it up and I'll add it up on there somewhere. But this is what it looks like when it's complete. Okay, and so the way I did this is really simple. You just decide what size of circle you want. This one is a 2-inch circle and I just used whatever I had. This is what I used. I simply flipped it, trace it, and then I cut it. And then from there I mark my stencils in quarters. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters. And then from there I took a circle, another circle, and I went from one corner of the quarter to the other, just enough where it's touching both corner when this wraps around, you know. Did I explain that right? The curve where it's touching, just like, not like that, you know. Obviously your quarter is right there, so you want to just line it up to where you're right on that quarters. And then all I did was put a marker there, and I did that on all 4. Okay, and once I did that, I went on to my fabric. And now you can start it any way you want. You can start in the center if you want, but I've learned in the past that if I centered my stencil, this diamond shape is the center of your image. That's it, you know, per se. So I kind of like to offset it a little bit. So what I do is I just kind of go from here. Yeah, let's do it like this. This is the point of my quarters, and what I do is let me go this way, it's easier for me. Okay, I center it. You don't have to. If you don't want to center it, you can go from the end and then draw. Okay, and then your second one, you're basically gonna line it up like that as well, and lined it with this marking along your fabric lining, right? That's your border on your fabric. I don't know if you could see, it's really light. And then you just draw, stopping at your border. Okay, it's hard right now until the thing dries. From there, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your quarter marking again and match it to here, just like that. Now you're gonna have your petal all covered. Now what you're gonna do is just draw a circle. You're basically just matching your corners, your quarter mark at each circle. So now here it's just gonna be half. So we're just gonna take half of our circle and match it to that end, and then look, it matches right on that end. And then you just draw. As the ink dries on my fabric, you're gonna see how it's you know, coming along. Now I'm gonna take this corner and match it to that corner. Basically continue to form my circle. There's a line right here, match it. That's it. And now you trace up to your border, and then over here you only have that little portion. All you gotta do is match it to here to there, and then you get that little portion of the petal. And that's it. You see how it's starting to come to life there, and you, by the time you get done, you're gonna end up with a pattern looking somewhat like this. Okay, I hope that is helpful. The next video, I'm gonna go show you how I would stitch this. So, okay guys, I hope I explained this good and that you were able to understand it. It's really, really simple. You don't need to buy any tools. Just use whatever you have available. This plastic stencil that I got is actually a packaging from a card that I purchased. And I just, you see even, I don't know if you can tell, there's the tape that you, but it's nice and sturdy. They're great stencil to use, so I tend to kind of save them instead of buying those little clear stencil that you can cut up. This you can also cut up. You've seen me cut it. So yeah, tend to use whatever I have available. I hope that you guys was able to follow along. I feel like I confused you guys, so I'm gonna try and explain it again with this paper. Say this is your border and here's your design. You can start in the center. Maybe that might be easier for me to explain. Start in the center if you like, but I don't like to start in the center because I don't want the diamond to be in the center of my image. Just keep that in mind. Okay, I'm gonna put a tick mark on my quarter section. I got 4 quarters, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the quarter on my stencil, the 2 quarters, the 2 points, and match it to the points I have on my paper, just like that. And I would make a full circle. Okay, now I'm gonna go stay on those quarter marks, and I'm gonna make a circle. You're gonna see how easy this thing is gonna come together. Okay, stay on those corners, corner to corner. That's why it helps when I draw the pattern on my stencils. Goes, and then, yep, corner to corner. And this is gonna complete that center one, right? Well, it's not gonna look right until we do the rest. So now we have this circle here, right? This section here where you got two. That is the quarter marking, right? And this is my quarter marking. So now all I gotta do is mark it there. Now I'm gonna be simultaneously creating two petals at once. Okay, let's do it again over here. You got that 2 points connecting. You find the 2 points connecting on your stencil, match it with the circle and your stencil, and make the circle. Okay, now you created another set there. Now over here, you just take that point and that point, the same thing on your pattern, to finish up this last petal on this area, like that. So, and you just basically gonna continue to just match those corners to corners, the corners to corners, and continue to draw your circle. And so once you're done, hopefully this is how your pattern is gonna look like, minus all the mess. Look at my hand. Your finger's not gonna look like this if you use the right pen. I have this Clover white marking pen that I use to mark the darker colors, and then I have this one for the bright colors. So, and this is what my pattern looks like. And so the next video I will show you how we would stitch this, and that's it. So hopefully you'll catch me on the next video. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody who comments on the videos and sharing your experience with the project that I'm creating. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me, so I appreciate it. So with that, I'll go ahead and say goodbye. God bless, and I will talk to you all again next week. Take care. Bye bye.